What happens when three West African nations turn their backs on their former colonial power and embrace Russia? And what does a foiled coup plot in Mali reveal about the fragile state of power in the Sahel? Welcome back to Daily Post Africa, where we amplify stories of African hope and success. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's reshaping West Africa's political landscape. This isn't just about one country. It's about sovereignty, shifting alliances, and the complex web of international relations playing out across the Sahel region. Let's start in Moscow on August 14, 2025. Defense ministers from Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger gathered in the Russian capital for a historic meeting. This wasn't just another diplomatic handshake. It was a powerful symbol of changing allegiances. Hosted by Russia's Defense Minister Andrei Belousov and attended by Mali's General Sadio Kamar, Burkina Faso's Kassoum Koulibaly, and Niger's Salafou Modi. This significant meeting marked the first official gathering of the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, on Russian soil. Memoranda were signed, cooperation agreements discussed, and most importantly, a clear message was sent to the world. The symbolism. These nations are no longer looking west to France, their former colonial ruler, but east to Moscow. But while Mali's defense minister was shaking hands in Moscow, back home in Bamako, a different drama was unfolding. Mali's security services announced they had foiled a coup plot, and the list of accused conspirators sent shockwaves through the nation. The accused officers? Brigadier General Abbas Dembele, former governor of Mopti; Brigadier General Nema Sagara; Lieutenant Colonel Baba Dembele, and several other high-ranking military officers. But here's where it gets really interesting. Among the accused was Jean-Christian Bernard Vzilier, a French national allegedly working for French intelligence services. Vzilier, a former French Air Force sergeant later promoted to lieutenant colonel, was accused of coordinating with Malian officers to overthrow General Assimi Goita's government. To understand why this matters, we need context. Mali has experienced multiple coups since independence in 1960. General Goita himself came to power through two coups, one in August 2020, another in May 2021. But this alleged plot was different. These weren't unknown rebels. They were respected generals who once held positions of authority and trust. Local media captured the national sentiment with headlines about the face of betrayal, emphasizing that these were faces we thought we knew. So could intelligence reports about this possible coup be the reason the defense ministers from the three AES countries were meeting in Moscow? And anyway, why should Burkina Faso and Niger care about Mali's internal affairs? Under the Alliance of Sahel States, these three countries have pledged mutual defense agreements, intelligence sharing, coordinated responses to common threats. If Mali had fallen to this alleged coup, the ripple effects could have been devastating. Burkina Faso might face renewed pressure. Niger's government, itself established through a 2023 coup, could be destabilized. The entire AES alliance might fracture. This story is real, geopolitical chess game with broader struggle for influence in Africa. Since 2022, Mali has severed defense ties with France, expelled French forces, grown closer to Russia. The allegation that a French intelligence asset was involved in a coup plot adds fuel to an already tense situation between Bamako and Paris. France's response. Notably, France has remained publicly silent on these accusations, but their silence has not stopped public response to this alleged coup. The public response was swift and telling. Pro-government activists didn't just tag Mali's leader General Goita, but also tagged leaders from Burkina Faso and Niger, sending a clear message that this threat extends beyond Mali's borders. Some activists compared this to previous incidents in Burkina Faso, where suspected spies were arrested but later released, urging Mali not to show similar leniency. So what does all this mean? Africa is in top revolution gear, forging a new path for a continent that has seen it all in terms of mistreatment by the so-called world powers. The Sahel bloc of West Africa is building new alliance, that represents a real attempt at regional solidarity. This new alliance has created immense pressure on France, once the regional power. Now, France's influence in the region hangs in balance with Russia now showing up as the more valuable partner. However, the governments of these three sister states remain internally fragile and vulnerable to internal threats, as France is not willing to voluntarily let go the hand that has fed it for decades without putting a fight. In each of the three member states, military coups with links to French agencies have been foiled. The colonial legacies try to play in the region that no longer welcomes them, just like they killed Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, and many other African revolutionaries. Using traitors from within still lingers in the minds of the imperialist France. The big questions: will the AES hold together under pressure? How will France respond to these accusations? Can Russia provide the stability these nations seek? What does this mean for counter-terrorism efforts in the Sahel? What do you think about these developments? Are we seeing a genuine shift towards sovereignty, or just a change of external patrons? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into African politics and international relations. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.